time for the one time.
It's like showbiz, lady.
Hey.
We fly high, no lie.
She used that as the intro.
Come on, host man. Ballin'. Come on, baby. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Woo! Yay, yay. Ay.
Hey, we rolling with it.
Absolutely not.
Woo! It's staying in, so we better.
It's that time, baby. It's that time.
You
had you on
NFL is back.
Come on, man. We here.
We
The season
ready?
is here,
He
man.
bringing the energy, though. He
He's
bringing
bringing
the
energy because he knew he needed us.
Yeah.
He knew
It's
he
that
needed
time.
us.
Yeah.
We finally here.
You know what? You know.
Enough of this hope that we all seem to have.
Right. Not
For
all,
our
all this
underperforming teams.
All this chit chat, all this talk it's time to put that away. It's time to play ball now.
Hey, look, the games
Let's
gotta
do it.
get played.
It's
That's
time
all I'm
to do it
saying.
now.
But before we even get started, per usual, welcome into Outspoken. I'm your host, Cordell Moody.
And Marcus,
E-Rob.
ET2. Hold it down.
you know.
ET2.
ET2. I don't know why that came out.
I don't know.
I was the real Eric
You
before
an
Eric
alien
would have came. I've been a bunch of them.
ET2 too. You
I'm
an
working-
alien?
I'm working on my monikers. You know what I'm saying? Shaq had a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? The big cactus. I'm
And-
trying to get my things together. The Diesel. Superman. You know what I'm
Shaq and
saying?
Stoddle, you know.
Come on, yeah. I
Jesus.
thought it was just a big Aristotle, but that's
You know what? You're right. The
Wasn't
big
he like the
Aristotle,
big
you're right,
Irish
you're
or
right.
something like that too at one point?
Hey,
He was
man,
with the
you
Celtics?
know.
I think that was past when he could have given himself nicknames. That's neither.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, my bad, yeah.
You're right.
Let's get to it. Last time we did our episode, we were talking about the AFC. Today's going to be jam-packed. We're going to try and get through with the entire NFC conference and give you a look ahead to Thursday Night Football and what we see going forward with this Sunday's Week 1 games. So let's get it started. Let's jump right in. Let's talk about the NFC. I'm going to start us off with the NFC North. Just like we did last
The
time.
North.
The North.
Yes.
N-O-R-F.
Just like we did last
I
time.
don't think they do that in Minnesota.
Let's choose our division winner. Let's choose if we have a second team coming out of that division. Break it down. Move on to the next. I'll kick it off. I'll start off by saying that I'm going to give it 2 teams coming out of the NFC North. I'm going to take...
You start off with your division winner first.
Yep, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. It's a little tough. It's a little tough.
Oh, tough.
It is?
Yeah, it's a little tough for me. Do I want to go with, the darlings of the NFC and the Lions?
Dollars.
Do I want to go with the underdogs?
The Darlings is a strong word.
Everybody's is on this Lions train right now. That's all I'm saying.
They're trending.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the trend. Sorry, you want me to put it that way? The
Okay.
trending
That sounds
team.
better, yes.
Okay, the
Okay.
trending team.
Alright.
Do I want to go with the underdogs in Love and the Packers?
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously you have Kirk doing Kirk things.
Kirko.
So I definitely have the
Bangs?
Vikings getting in. I'm just trying to decide on if I want the Vikings to be my division winners. I'm gonna say Vikings take division.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to react like that. Man.
I'll take Vikings winning division
All right.
Okay.
again for the second year,
Okay.
2 years straight winning the division.
Big Kurt.
And I'm gonna say that the Lions scrape in there.
Scrape by.
Scrape by.
They
Scrape
getting in, you know.
They slide through. They barely get in. They,
Got it.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Oh, we said reverse.
Reverse.
we taking it.
All 3 getting in.
We reneging.
All three.
All 3 getting in.
All
All 3 coming from
three.
the north.
So just no Bears.
Just no Bears.
Dang. Okay.
3 getting in.
No upside. Okay.
I know where he going with this. That's all right though.
If the Commanders not making the
3
playoffs,
getting in.
if the Commanders are making the playoffs, neither are the Packers. I'm sorry.
Man.
3 getting in.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love's gonna shock the world.
You know where he going with this, right?
Hey, we'll see what
You know
happens.
he going with
3 getting in the north.
All right.
That's what I got.
All
That's
right.
all
I
right.
hope that his
Vikings take-
receivers are healthy for him because they put Christian
Who
Watson.
you talking about? Okay. I didn't know what
They-
team you were talking about for a second.
I think Jaden Reed is their best receiver right now. They put Romeo and Christian. They weren't practicing today, so
That's okay.
Hamstring.
I'm sure that'd be
Yeah,
But
exactly. As long as
Those
they're,
hammies.
we're just
Hey,
talking.
them hammies-
We're not talking. We're talking about the division. We're talking about
Why the
17
Vikings?
games
Why the Vikings?
Because I have no question or doubts about the Vikings in the regular season. I just don't think they can do anything when they get to the playoffs. So in the regular season, can I see them winning double-digit games? Absolutely. They did it last year. Like, it's not that hard to think that they can pull through to win their division. I just don't think they're going to make noise once they get into the playoffs.
Okay.
That was all.
I don't like their defense.
My concern was them.
Did you like their defense last year?
They were ranked 31st. They were terrible.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But
So,
now
But they did nothing to him. They didn't make.
Well,
I mean, they made some additions to it.
they-
But the biggest notable addition that they made was adding Brian Flores as your
Yes.
DC. But they added Marcus Davenport. They re-signed Daniil Hunter this offseason. But they also lost Eric Kendricks in the offseason as well. There's so many question marks at cornerback spot. Byron Murphy was bought in free agency, but what do we really know about Byron Murphy at this point? There's so many question marks right now. But is he number one corner? They're paying him to be their number one corner. That's the thing.
Byron Murphy is more of a nickel corner guy, so he's not an outside guy.
Well, he's there starting on it.
He don't have Buda Baker behind him.
well,
now
what
either.
y'all got? Instead of just coming at my list, what
Well,
y'all got?
hey, look, so
Go ahead, Queese.
I got the Lions. You know, I think they're gonna win the division. I think that once Jameson Williams comes back at a wide receiver after his suspension, he'll be a good second option. You know, they got Jahmyr Gibbs. I like Sam Laporta, the tight end that they got from the draft, and then obviously
Jack Campbell.
Amon-Ra, Jack Campbell. I like their whole draft. Like they got a lot of
Brian Branch,
great
man.
players. Yeah, they got a lot of great players at a good part in the draft, and that's the thing that I'm like, okay, like they're building towards something.
Yeah.
So I like the Lions. I think the Vikings will be close, but they'll miss out. And I think the Packers will be close.
So you
But
got
don't
one
miss out.
coming out
Just
of the
one.
north. One out of the north.
I like the Lions as well. I think that's a team they really repaired their roster this offseason. And he didn't even mention the three veteran additions that they made in the secondary by adding C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton, and Emmanuel Mosley. All three of those guys, they were hurt in the preseason, but they got them back and we'll see how healthy they are going into week one. But I like this team from top to bottom. They're a tough team. They're built like Dan Campbell himself. The one question I do have though is when it comes to the receiving core, they're not gonna have Jameson Williams for 6 weeks. Amon-Ra St. Brown is their number one guy, but can someone step up outside of him? Marvin Jones Jr. is not the youngest of guys right now. So who's going to step up opposite Amon-Ra St. Brown? But we'll see. I guess I know that there's some question marks about Jared Goff as well. Is he going to regress at some point, right? So, but I'm going to ride with the Lions, and I'm only seeing one team coming out of this division as well.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how biased and how hopeful I'm trying to be in my own team.
God.
That's what I'm struggling with. Because there's such a spectrum.
This is you every year.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. I really just would love to have a team that I'm confident in, that I can back it up with facts and consistency.
Here's my issue with you is every year after they disappoint you, you say the next year you're not gonna do this again, and then here you come again the next year, and you do it again.
I didn't do it last year.
Keep calling you.
I didn't do it last year. Carson Wentz did not have me any type of hopeful. We seen the whole spectrum in the first game he had last year against the Jaguars, and it was all downhill from there. I never was one to bank on him. But you're absolutely right. Because all off season I've been boo-booing on my team. Justifiably so. We've had a funk over our whole
And now here
organization.
you are. Rejuvenated because we
Airbnbs
We're
on
making
receipt.
picks.
Sam Howell looking good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He was moving. He running fine flat 40, but still got the footwork. Come here.
All right.
Big body. Stop playing with
what
us.
you got?
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, so
What you
the
got?
Lions are winning the division.
Okay. So 3 Lions and a Viking. All right.
I'm gonna table my wild card for now. We're gonna circle back.
Okay.
But I have the Lions winning the division.
He's still deciding.
Everything that y'all said, I agree with. I think that Dan Campbell has kind of like a Dion type
Let me ask you.
effect.
So you
in
think
terms
that
of-
Commanders are gonna have a better record than the Vikings?
They could. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
My thing with the Vikings was My thing with the Vikings was last year
Man.
was the first time that they won a bunch of close games. The year before, they had the same type situation. They didn't win those games. The year before, the same type situation. It's a matter of if you trust Kirk and them to go and get it done. They got worse at running back.
They did.
They got their defense.
Some argue that. Just because I'm not sitting here because of it's because of Dalvin Cook's availability.
You're talking about in terms of production.
His availability and production, some people felt like Dalvin Cook was already falling off.
That's fair.
That's why I say people will argue with you on that point. I am of the other mindset. I'm just saying there are people who make that argument. I don't believe that's the case though. I was just pointing it out as devil's advocate.
Okay. It'll be nice to have another weapon who can win one-on-ones when it does get tough and Kirk needs to throw the ball. You have another guy who can win in one-on-one matchups, aside from Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, which is a positive for them.
Right.
When I look at their defense, I really like their names don't pop enough for me. And the names that do pop, like Danielle Hunter, his production has been hit or miss. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's your best defensive player.
Right.
So I like the Lions, kinda, but like the question marks with their offense come in their youth.
2 quick points. I really do think that run game for the Vikings is going to take a step back this year.
Lot of Lions on line.
And the one thing about them is that they always show balance. And I don't know if they're going to show that balance this year. Secondly, I think we're not talking about the Packers enough.
That's what I said.
I do think I think they miss out on the playoffs this year, but I do think they're going to be one of those teams that they're going to be competitive in more games.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be a tough out. I like them to be really good the next year, but I think they just have too many young guys on offense right now. They're just inexperienced.
It's a matter of if they can get after the quarterback. They haven't been good at that in recent years. Rashawn Gary and Za'Darius
waiting for him.
With Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark hadn't been healthy, too. Kenny Clark stay healthy in the middle. That he one of the best defensive tackles in the league. They still got Jair on the outside too.
It's like,
so that's a part of it too. But it's really if they can get after the quarterback, make life a little easier for Jordan Love in terms of field position, starting position, things like that.
Yep. All right, let's go from the north to the south.
South. S-O-U-F.
They do pronounce that there correctly.
Of course.
All right, so we got Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Bucks. I'll kick it off again.
All right.
It's the last time I'm gonna kick it off, and then we gonna
move this thing around. Tell us what you got.
It's tough for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't get disrespectful.
I go
sling this laptop while we on air.
He's using the Stephen A. approach. Where he's
I just
guys,
I just gotta make this decision, man. It's hard for me right now. It's hard.
It is because it's not fluid. It's not. This is not fluid. These are picks.
This laptop flip is gonna be fluid soon.
Yeah,
you get disrespectful.
Go ahead, lock it in there, big dog. What you got?
I only got one coming out the division.
I told you.
This is the division I only got one coming out of.
I told you.
All right.
You can only have one. This
I already know. I'm going to write that down. I know who that's going to be.
I go back and forth between the Falcons and the Saints. I'm going back and forth. I'm looking at them both. It's tough. It's really tough.
Man, just go ahead and pick them, man.
I don't. Man.
I'll holler at you at the end of the year.
You know what? I'm gonna roll with the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with the Saints. Only and the difference maker for me is just simply gonna be Derek Carr. That's what's gonna be the difference maker for me. Because I think that I had the conversation with Eric before when we were talking fantasy football. I think Michael Thomas is.
Which one? Which Eric?
I pointed at him, so I was hoping that people would just get that gesture.
You know he's sensitive.
They're still trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out.
On the screen,
with E2.
On the screen, it all looks the same on the screen.
So with E2, I had a conversation with, and I told him that I think that Michael Thomas is going to round back into form. That's what I believe. So if Michael Thomas is rounding back into form, bro, can I get my point out? Without you just keep on.
I'm trying to get my monocles together. Go ahead. Right. It's not about me.
So I do think that Michael Thomas is gonna surprise people. He may be the comeback player of the year. Wouldn't be surprised. I think that Alvin Kamara is still gonna be Alvin Kamara when he comes back. I do like their running back depth, their room as a whole. I can't remember the rookie that they just drafted.
Kendre Miller.
Kendre, thank you. Who I actually wanted the Bills to draft.
Boy, at a TCU.
Somebody else you wanted to draft too.
So, and I understand that Bijan is
Black Jesus.
there.
Get his name correctly.
For the Falcons.
Black Jesus.
And I also like the Saints defense just a little bit more. So I'm gonna play it safe here, and I'm gonna go with the Saints. This is me playing the safe. And
it's a safe veteran pick.
Safe, yeah, that's what. Thank you.
Thank you. No veteran players.
Thank you.
I also am going with the Saints. I'm with him for all of the same reasons. For me, it's a matter of if the 30-pluses can stay healthy. Michael Thomas stay on the field, Cam Jordan stay on the field and still productive, and Demario Davis is still on the field and still productive. They have difference makers at all three levels of their defense. They have weapons. We haven't mentioned Chris Olave yet, and they talking about him being another one alongside Michael Thomas. Their line is still solid. Ryan Ramczyk still on the corners. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
I say, bro, you ain't got
Respectfully.
out your mouth. Relax your shoulders.
Hey, look.
But
Why
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying for the 7th seed.
I also don't like your quarterback.
This is what I'm saying for the 7th seed.
Who likes yours?
I'm more
Hey,
confident
look,
about
we'll
it.
get to it.
I wouldn't for the 7th.
I feel much better about my quarterback. His quarterback threw a red zone interception.
No, I'm not doing this.
Based on what?
In a preseason
It started.
game.
It does start.
Hey, it's okay.
Y'all,
It's all
I'm
right.
trying to
It's
reel
all
this in.
Thank
Trying to
you.
reel this
Thank
in.
you.
Look,
Thank you.
Go ahead, host man. You're doing a great job.
Packers, Falcons. I have battling for the 7th seed, and I'm giving the edge to the Packers. Is what I'm saying. I think that's going to be real tight between the Packers and the Falcons.
Same with the Falcons? Oh, we're talking about for the wild card.
For the 7th seed.
I got you.
I think it's going to be really tough. And I'm just rolling with the Packers. When I was sitting there looking at it, I think I like the Packers a
You
little
got the
more.
Falcons and the Packers better than the Durs? That's crazy.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, well, hey, look. Let me get my stuff off, man. I almost slipped up there. Let me get my stuff off. So
We love growth.
NFC South, I got two teams coming out. Falcons winning the division. I think they got so many young,
that in all
talented
caps.
players. I feel better about injury history wise. I think
Put that in all
guys
caps.
are going to take another leap that they've been in the league, and we've taken a leap for the past 2
Don't be
years.
dramatic.
So I think that, hey, this is our time to put it into the playoffs. I like the way our strength of schedule is.
Wow.
It's a nice schedule. I got us doing the damn thing, and we're going to win the division. I do have the Saints making it out and making it into the playoffs. I do.
Who did you think you was going
like-
to choose? The Panthers or Bucks?
Might as well.
I like-
Anybody but them.
I
You can't.
like-
How many times are y'all beating the Saints this year?
You can't beat this. What do you mean?
You mean last year?
How many times are y'all beating them this year?
We're splitting.
Oh, we're splitting.
Okay, go ahead.
But, I
was
think...
just asking. Go ahead.
No, but I like Derek Carr. I do like Michael Thomas if he stays healthy. I just don't think he will stay healthy all season. I like Olave. I like Cam Jordan in the defense. Marshawn Lattimore and Tyrann Matthew is still there. Like, I like those guys. But I
And
just
Marcus
think...
Maye's there too.
I think health-wise is going to be the thing that sets them back and the reason why the Falcons win the division and the Saints slide into the wild card.
I do love y'all's defensive ass that y'all picked up.
Go ahead, Brody.
Lot of-
You know?
He ready to go. He ready to go.
Hey, he
Let-
been
let
ready
Nick
since
go.
you
Let
started
Nick
talking
go.
about the South. He already knew.
I'll let him go last. That's fine.
Go ahead, 8-9. You got it.
The show's out of control.
In terms of
You lucky I respect your property. I'm gonna go get my notes.
who I'm picking to win the division, this is him and I every day. This is us every day.
No, explain
This is
yourself.
us
Go
every
ahead, make your point.
But in the NFC South,
All caps.
I'm going with the
Damn,
Falcons.
well, Falcons don't deserve no all caps.
I'm going with the Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons here. This is a team last year that went 7-10. Yes, we understand that, but 8 of their 10 losses were by 1 score or less, and that was with a tougher schedule than what they had this year. They had a number 2 schedule last year. I think they're ranked like 30th or 31st in terms of strength of schedule this year. Have an easier schedule. They made some key additions. I think this is a team that last year they realized that they're not that far away. They still have to learn how to win a few games and close a few games, but I think they're right there. When it comes to the Saints, I have some questions with the Saints. I know Derek Carr is a different quarterback than what they've had in recent past, but do we really trust him? We've seen him plenty of times with the talent of an Amari Cooper or Devontae Adams, and he's losing games in the fourth quarter with his costly turnovers. I think that may come into play. I don't know about Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas is going to take a step back this year, guys. I think Olave is the guy is the straw that stirs the drink in that offense. Honestly, I think Michael Thomas needs to get ready to be wide receiver 2.
But Michael Thomas, to be fair, Michael Thomas was productive in the 3 games that he played. He's just not healthy, and I think that with Derek Carr, he'll still be productive. He might be wide receiver 2. He'll still be.
But the way that you're speaking is like all of your assets that you have are better than the Saints' assets in terms of when you add Bud and add Calais and you add David Onyemata and all these folks. You're saying that your squad is more talented because if you're questioning only the quarterback, you're assuming that the weapons and everything are the same.
Well, the one factor that I'm taking away is that the new DC for the Falcons was their old defensive line coach that's been there for almost a decade. So now you remove that from the Saints and you add that to a team like the Falcons. Maybe that's an improvement for the Falcons, and maybe this is a situation where it's like, okay, when it comes to developing that front seven, that's one thing that I always give the Saints. Playing the Saints, their front seven was always going to bring it as long as Ryan Nielsen was there. Now he's gone. So is that a matter of taking that key addition off the sideline now?
They have vets on their front seven like DeMario and Cam Jordan, who I feel like will have them boys playing right. I feel like the culture and everything is set with them to where that shouldn't be a concern.
So are you saying I'm sorry, so you got the Falcons getting in, winning the division. So is it just one team at the division?
It's just one team. I mentioned that, yeah.
Okay, no, I wanted to verify for myself.
I have the Falcons winning it. I have the Saints coming in second. They're probably going to be like 9 and 8 or something like that. And the rest of them are going to play.
The Saints' schedule is easier than y'all's too.
Okay.
I still don't trust a number. They're like.
You trust Desmond Ridder more than you trust Derek Carr?
If we're being honest, like I feel like Derek Carr has a handful of games in him right now that he's going to have that costly.
What has Desmond showed you to where you have that level of confidence?
There's at least, well, for one, there's at least youth, so you don't know how much development he's going to show. When it comes to Derek Carr, I know who Derek Carr is. Derek Carr is going to throw for a ton of yards, but he's also going to have 4 or 5 games where it's like, man, there you go. There's that costly.
But how many of those games will Desmond Ridder have? You trying to?
I don't know that.
You trying to say it's a question mark so they can win the division rather than it's a question mark?
That.
So
I don't know that.
So
but at the same time, when
you hopeful in your guy, just say that.
That's what it is. My guy's 22, 23. Like, he has youth on his side. I just know who Derek Carr is at this point. There's no more developing for Derek Carr.
But what we know of Derek Carr is still better than what you got.
That's fair. But do you feel that same way about Dak Prescott? Because I'm pretty sure when you look at Dak Prescott, you said Dak is going to be good for those type of costly turnovers, right?
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Let's just go ahead and get into the NFC East. Let's go ahead and choose who we need
I'm good at this.
For the NFC East.
I'm good at what I do.
I'm going to let you kick it off since you brought up Dak. Right. Go ahead and kick that off. Just keep on going.
I'm rolling with Philly here in the East, man, and I'm picking 2 teams out of the East to make it. I'm rolling with Philly here. I don't know if Philly's going to be as dominant as they were last year, but I feel right now just the talent on the roster from top to bottom, they're pretty much bringing everybody back. They did make some improvements on defense, but they also lost a couple guys. So we'll see how that plays out. There's a huge question mark at linebacker right now. We hope Nakobe Dean lives up to the draft status that he had coming in. We'll see. But I'm rolling with Philly. I'm rolling with Dallas, the 2 teams out of the NFC East here. I think Dallas has enough talent, but I question the way I question Derek Carr is the way I also question Dak Prescott. Like, we look at him like he's going to have those games, right? He's going to have a handful of games this year where it's like, yo, Dak, what are you doing? That costly turnover in the 4th quarter or in the second half that just loses his team the game. He's good for it. Not to mention he's coming off a year where he had a career high in interceptions.
So you got Eagles, Cowboys.
Yes.
Eagles, Cowboys. What you got, Brody? Oh, you know what? You said. Go ahead, Marcus. What you got, Marcus? I saw the veins starting to come out, the sweat droplets coming down, the stress on his face.
Man, so I'm not ready. I'm not.
It's all right. We'll come back to you. You get your stuff together. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got Eagles, Cowboys as well, but I have the Cowboys winning the division, and then I have the Eagles getting in as the wild card. I think the Cowboys added a lot with Brandon Cooks, Stephon Gilmore. They already had a solid group already, and it's like now they just improved upon the things that they were already good at with defense and at the wide receiver core. I think Gallup is going to bounce back after the ACL injury that he had the year before, and he had a whole year to kind of get back, get his feet wet. So now, more than a year removed from that, I think he'll be better. Tony Pollard, he'll be a great back. Obviously, I don't think he's going to get the carries that Zeke got. So the running game is going to go down a little bit, and it's going to be more on Dak. But because their defense is so great, and I don't see Dak leading the league in interceptions like he did last year, I think Cowboys are going to win the division, and the Eagles are going to take a little step back. Not a lot. They'll probably win, 11 or 12 games, but I think the Cowboys will definitely win 13. So got the Cowboys winning the division.
I got Cowboys as well, just because that's the nature of the beast of the East.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have the same winners like that. I also think that, personally, I don't think people are making as big enough deal about the Eagles losing both coordinators.
Yeah.
And that kind of bothers me, because, just hearing about it when they talk about my team last year, lose Dayball, question marks. This year, lose Frazier, question marks. I'm like, so why are we not having question marks for the Eagles here by losing both at the same time?
Yeah.
Not even one at the same time. So to me, I'm like, I can see both sides taking a step back. Cowboys win division. Eagles still get in with the wild card.
So your 3 wild cards would be Lions, Packers, Eagles.
Lions, Packers, Eagles.
Okay. And you said you were going with just one team out of the East?
No, 2. Cowboys,
Two.
Eagles.
Cowboys, Eagles, gotcha.
Yep.
Eric, the floor is yours.
I really don't want the floor. I
mean,
All right, so to the NFC West.
This is like you're in the business of making predictions. You gotta make it.
The Cowboys go win the division. That's all I have to say. Go ahead.
Wow. That took a lot out of him.
Is that the...
That's the only team you're rolling with?
So
out of the East?
No, I'm circling back. I'm still deciding my wild card teams. Go ahead.
Oh,
All
my
right.
gosh.
Just for I need to make
The Eagles are gonna make it.
The Eagles. Okay.
The Eagles gonna make it.
I need.
So you're trying to figure out if there's gonna be 3 teams coming out of the East?
Yes.
I need to make
Or 4.
not an adjustment, but I also have the Packers as my second wild card team as well.
I'm sorry, you said you had the... So before you had them by themselves, you just
I
had
had
the Lions
the
by themselves.
Lions,
You just had the
but I
Lions.
have the Packers in as well. So 2 teams out the East, 2 teams out the North, 1 out the South, 2 out the West.
Okay, and you brought up the West. Let's get to it. Go to the West. We'll kick it off with you, Marcus, this time. Talk to me. Where we going?
Yeah, I got the Seahawks and the 49ers, but I have the Seahawks winning the division.
Woo!
I think the Seahawks, they were so young last year, and they were able to go 9-8 when a lot of guys thought that they were going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I love Geno and how he progressed last year. You add in Jackson Smith and Jigba, who they say he was going to be healthy for game 1, so it just adds to the chemistry they're going to have all season. You still have Kenneth Walker at running back. They added Zach Charbonnet. Offensive line has played solid. Defensively, they're still good. They added back Bobby Wagner, who was the life and soul of the defense for years.
Good point.
At linebacker, corners are straight because they just drafted Devin Witherspoon.
Top 5.
So you still have Tariq Woolen on the other side. You have Jamal Adams at safety
Floating
whenever
around.
he comes back. So
Quandre-
it's like
Quandre
Diggs.
Diggs.
Quandre Diggs. You have a lot of good pieces for the Seahawks, and they had a good draft as well. So I'm just like, with all this momentum, I just see that they're going to usurp the 49ers because at this point, I think the factor of quarterback is going to be the thing that gets them over the hump, over the 49ers.
Agreed.
Sustained. I also
Book it. That's how I had it too. I didn't expect someone to say it too. I thought everybody else was going to roll 49ers. I'm surprised that it's going this way actually instead.
I'm with that too.
That's
the
crazy.
Seahawks schedule to me, I see them going 12-5, 12-5-ish,
It's good, right?
maybe
Yeah.
13-4. It also helps that their division is weak. I think that they split the 49ers and they sweep everybody else.
They sweep the Niners?
No, he
they
said
split.
split.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
they
I'm
split
sorry.
with the
The other
49ers and
Gotcha.
sweep the Cardinals, sweep the Rams.
Okay.
So-
I'm rolling with the Niners here, man, and I know you guys have question marks about the quarterback position, and rightfully so. I mean, it's fair to question that. This is, Brock Purdy came in last year as Mr. Irrelevant, won 7 games, got the team to the NFC title game, got hurt. We all know the story. But I just think that roster from top to bottom, I think the way it's built that it can overcome not having a certain level quarterback. I'm looking at Brock Purdy and saying, you just have to keep the boat steady. Just keep the car in the road, and you'll be fine. That was the number 1 defense last year. They bringing everybody back. They're adding Javon Hargrave as well.
I got the last pick in the draft.
I'm sure
Speaking of Mr. Irrelevant,
I'm sure the viewers.
I really hate that you did that.
I just
really did.
But I just think that again, the number 1 defense last year, they're bringing in Javon Hargrave as well, who's going to be a huge addition. You have Debo, you have Kittle, you have Ayuk, you got now you're going to have CMC for an entire season now. Hopefully Elijah Mitchell can stay healthy and be able to complement him.
Yeah, hopefully both of them stay healthy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just I just think from top to bottom that roster is so good that they just need Purdy to just again keep the boat steady, and if he does, I think they're winning.
I don't think he's gonna keep the boat steady, and I also think there are gonna be games where they're gonna need him to do more than keep the boat steady, and he's not gonna be able to come through.
Why would
their
why
line
would that
also
be?
concerns me too?
Why would that be? Is it because the run
which
game?
Question are you asking?
Why do you feel Purdy's going to have to do more than last year? Is it because you think the run game's going to take a step back? Is it because you think the defense is going to?
No, because I feel like throughout the season, there's always going to be those games that you need your quarterback to make those plays, that we have to lean on you to make these certain plays. We had the conversation yesterday or so when we were talking about Brady in his early years.
Right.
There were certain times where it came down to it, and I need you to go and make these plays. And I don't think
the first 3 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Okay.
He wasn't Brady yet, but he made certain plays, and I'm saying Purdy's going to be in a situation like that. It's the same thing that we were talking about back a couple years ago with Baker Mayfield when they started loading up on people. And I was like, bro, I just need you to keep this thing steady, and then there are going to be games where I'm going to need you to make certain plays. Can you make them? And I'm saying that I don't believe Purdy's good. I think he's going to fall short more times than not.
The 49ers just love them some Jimmy G. That's what I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they just got a bunch of Jimmy G's to come through.
Yeah.
But I think
and it's been the same issue.
I think it was
They're
interesting.
looking for Matt Ryan,
I think it was,
and they're not finding
But
him.
I think what's interesting
That part.
about that is the Niners know how to win ugly. They don't care how they win. They just win. They don't need style points. They know how to go in and win the 17-10 games. They've done it before. They got the number 1 defense last year. So they know how to do that. So if it requires for them to do that, then I think they're capable of doing such.
And you said you had, bless you. You said you had 2 teams coming out the West.
So Seattle would be my second team as well. Absolutely, I love that run game, man. Ken Walker, if he's able to stay healthy this year, I think he's going to be a household name. I love them adding Zach Charbonnet in the draft. DK Metcalf is DK Metcalf. JSN is arguably the steal of the draft. I really do like the fact, like you mentioned earlier, Marcus, about adding Bobby Wagner to the middle of that defense again, giving that steady presence. It's not about the age. It's not about the skill set. It's about just his voice being on that field for that young defense. I think it's going to pay dividends.
And both of these teams have hit on their draft picks over recent years, which has kept their talent pool.
Let's wrap this up, Brody. Come on.
The Durs making the playoffs. I don't care. 7th seed. Slide them in there. Maybe the 5th seed. See how we feeling. Go ahead.
All right. 5th seed.
All right.
So I got Lions winning the division, Saints winning the division, Cowboys winning the division. Crazy I'm doing this with a Cowboys suck shirt on. I forgot that I had this on. Seahawks winning the division. And I got the Niners, Eagles, and Durs making the playoffs.
All right. So with that being said, let's do our highlights for the playoffs. I'll start it off so that we can go from there. I think 49ers get knocked out first round.
By highlights, you mean like...
Yeah, like the things that are like key things, key teams that you would think would have gone far, or a team that you didn't think would go far actually goes far. Like we did last time with the Chiefs. We said the Chiefs would get knocked out in the wild card divisional round.
Who said that?
You.
He said in the
I said divisional round. I said
Yeah,
wild
okay,
card.
which I didn't know which one it was, but okay, so divisional round.
He said wild card or
divisional round.
So
Yeah.
he tried to come with
Don't do that to me.
So I think the 49ers get knocked out in the 49ers go as far as divisional round if they're lucky. I could see them easily being a one and done. I think that my NFC championship, God, that's so tough. I'm going to say the Cowboys finally make it. to the NFC Championship against. Jeez, this is tough. Because I really don't like the NFC conference.
Oh man, look, nobody asked for that. All right,
my bad.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna go NFC East showdown for the NFC title.
Damn, that's exactly
So
what I had.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Cowboys, Eagles. NFC.
That's what I have
title.
too, except I have the Durs and the Eagles. We going to the NFC Championship, boys. Stop playing with them. Cowboys gonna get that #1 seed and choke. That's what I think. I don't care. Stop playing with them.
We're clearly not taking him seriously. We're not taking him
You're
seriously.
really putting this on tape. Like that's the thing.
That's the same. Yep, he's putting it on tape. He's booking it. Book it.
Hey, look, somebody's got to have it, you know?
The Durs making the playoffs. They're going to the NFC Championship. Stop playing with me.
It's
All right.
Hey.
You know what? I got an NFC West showdown. I got Seattle and San Francisco in the NFC title game.
That makes more sense.
Really? Okay. So I did have Cowboys Eagles, but I'm gonna go Seahawks Eagles. I'm gonna be a battle of the birds in the NFC Championship game. I got the Eagles winning.
We didn't pick our #1 seeds.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
These were
#1 seed
the
is the Cowboys.
You got Cowboys.
I got Niners, man.
Oh, Jesus.
I got Cowboys too. I hate this so much. I got Cowboys, Seahawks as the 2 seed.
The reason he's doing this because he wants them to reach a certain peak and then watch them fail, so he can laugh even harder.
So you gonna give me the
Stephen
Stephen
A.
A. blueprint?
Stephen A. Got it.
Holla at your boy, like I can see it now.
Hey, look, but you've been on the show too
The
long.
Cowboys have a really talented team. I really don't like it. They added Stephon
Yeah, they
on their
do,
defense.
like-
Brandon
Alright.
Cooks is a great #2 wide receiver to have for real.
Mhm.
And you got him and Michael Gallup. Tony Pollard got all them yards per
Yeah,
carry that
yeah.
he be
The
doing.
#1
Whatever.
seed was again
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cordell,
I'm just gonna keep going with the brand. They be folding.
He got Cowboys.
you got Cowboys #1 seed.
Yeah, we gonna lock it in.
Wow.
He said, "Yeah, we gonna lock it." in."
3 #1 seeds for the Cowboys.
Hey,
I don't feel good about it.
They're
Woo!
great.
To be honest with
They're
you.
a great regular season team, though.
I don't feel good about it at all.
I don't feel good about none of this.
I don't feel good about anything with my NFC. I feel a lot better about my AFC choices than I do my NFC choices. I'll say that.
Hey, you hate to see it.
Stop disrespecting my conference, man. All right. Okay.
All right. And who did you have? Oh, you had the Niners and 3
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Niners.
Your team is not helping
Oh,
you respect
okay.
your conference. I just want you to know that.
All right. So, dear Jesus. All
Look
right.
at you. Look at you.
All right.
Are we picking NFC winners real quick?
Yeah. So who we got going to the Super?
Niners, man.
Niners.
I'm
And-
riding with it.
Are these the same notes that you were writing down before?
Yeah.
So who did you have coming out the AFC to remind our
Cincy.
audience? So
Cincinnati.
Bengals,
I got
Niners,
Niners Super Bowl this
Super
year.
Bowl.
In Vegas.
That's
which
it.
I will be there.
E-Rob, Bengals, Niners, Super Bowl.
Let's do it.
Book it.
Let's do it.
Wasn't that the Super
Where you
Bowl
going?
like
In the 80s.
89, 88,
80,
somewhere like
81.
Where you going?
that? I guess I got the Eagles in the Super Bowl again.
Against? Who
I
did you
don't-
have in the AFC?
I don't remember. My AFC was all over the place. I kept switching up. I want to say I had y'all for a second, then I had Lamar.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Okay.
So he's got Bills,
Bills, Eagles.
Okay. Bills, Eagles, Super Bowl.
Sure.
Ravens, Eagles.
Ravens, Eagles,
That'll be my second
Super
pick.
Bowl.
You
Boy,
know,
I tell you. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to go Cowboys.
Oh God.
Cowboys.
I'm gonna
Well,
go
Cowboys.
Let's go to
versus-
game picks.
Cowboys versus who?
I think I have Cowboys. I never made an AFC
You
pick.
didn't. You
I
didn't.
didn't.
You didn't?
No, he
did not.
didn't. He left it hanging.
We were talking about so many things.
Yeah.
We were talking about so many things.
You wanna
I
put
know
the
I have
Bills on
Bills
tape?
Ravens. So you know what? I'm gonna say history repeats itself. Go ahead.
What?
Bills Cowboys 90 Super Bowl. Here we go again. Go ahead and put that in there.
All
Wow.
right,
That's what
locked
we're doing.
in.
We're gonna repeat.
And
90s.
the NFL
We
has
going
a
back to
weird
the
way
90s. I'm
of
doing
these
it.
random scripts popping up.
Yep. We're gonna do
How
that.
history repeats
Hey, it's
itself.
all right. I saw the script before the season.
You saw Black Jesus winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh, good
That's
God.
what you saw.
I seen it.
All right.
You saw it. Okay.
So,
It was in bold. So
At
real
top
quick.
of the script.
I'm glad you didn't say nothing unrealistic.
Real,
I did.
yeah, real quick, let's
Bye,
get
bye,
into
bye.
it. Like we said, the season is
And
starting later on tonight. coming in right after this show. So let's do a little deep dive right here. Let's talk Chiefs. Let's talk Lions. Starting off the season, obviously there's the Chris Jones factor that we're talking about right now. We have the Kelsey situation right now with the knees inflamed. Don't know if he's going to play after the hyperextension.
Probably shouldn't, but
Probably shouldn't. They should have him for later on. But then again, if they have the mindset of you, where it's like in the AFC you can't come off to a slow start, then maybe he should play.
they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll still win. That's my pick, by the way.
You have to put the Chiefs schedule up.
That's my pick, by the way.
You got
Chiefs schedule?
I got the Chiefs, but I do think it's probably going to be a little bit more of a slugfest now. At this point.
So before, how much did you have them winning by?
2 touchdowns.
Wow, that's like a blowout.
Yeah.
Damn near.
Now I have them.
Damn near
I think it might be a 1-score game.
Okay, so you subtracted 1 touchdown because Kelsey's might not play, or because he's hobbled, right?
Yeah.
A hobbled or not playing Kelsey brings it down to 1 tutty.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking Lions. I'm locking that in. I got Lions by at least a touchdown.
If Kelsey and Jones don't play, I got the Lions. But if Kelsey does play, I got the Chiefs. So we just don't know yet.
You pick one, man.
Also,
we just don't know.
For our audience, we are recording this on Wednesday. This is airing leading into Thursday Night Football. So the news may come out that he's playing by the time you see this. Obviously, we don't know that because we were doing this Wednesday night.
We don't
Just
know.
want you to know so you don't think we're uninformed of what's going on.
See, that's why you the host, man. You get paid the big bucks.
Yes, sir.
No,
Hey,
$0.
So-
1.2 mil.
So
Not me the money.
shoot,
Man.
don't threaten me with a good time. So you're saying if Kelsey plays, even if he's injured, you're saying
I'm
the
going
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You're going Chiefs. Okay, and you're going, and you don't have a 1 tutty, 2 tutty. You're just saying
Nah,
you're
just
All right.
win or loss.
no problem.
I don't know how what it's gonna take for me to say that I don't trust Patty and what he got going on. It just always looks so fluid. The ball always moving. They're always in a position to go get points. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
I've never seen him without a number 1 option to throw the ball to.
That's fair.
That's why
And that's what I was going back.
Yeah.
I was like, is that gonna be the difference?
I know a lot
no
of-
gray.
Right. That's why I said I know a lot of people are like, it don't matter who you throw out there. I'm of the believer that every quarterback needs certain weaponry
Unless
in
you're
order to be
Tom Brady.
successful. No, Tom had his guys. I mean, not in the early stages. He had an
Mahomes
elite
already.
defense, but the Chiefs don't have that. So
They really don't.
Right. So I'm like, okay. So we go look at the offense.
So you're on your lonesome with this. You're going Lions.
I'm the lone wolf.
Fair enough.
No,
All right.
I want to be with you. I really do. I really do. I can't do it.
I'm gonna move it to Sunday, 1:00 games. Let's go ahead and start off with the battle in the South.
Falcons.
Okay, Falcons.
Falcons.
I think it's unanimous here. We all taking the Falcons.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Nice sweep, real quick.
Aw.
I think there will be some highlights from Bryce Young. I will say that. I feel like he'll have some highlights in there that we'll want to take a look at and we'll reach back and talk to. But I am going Falcons here. Moving this thing along.
Come on.
Ravens, Texans.
That's
Come on.
Ravens.
Come on
yeah.
now.
All taking Ravens, all
All
aboard.
Ravens.
All going
All
Ravens
right.
here, man.
Again, I think Stroud will show us something. I think Stroud will show us something. I think Tank Dell will show us something. That's as far as I'm going.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the Ravens' pass rush look like
Right.
and how Kyle Hamilton has improved.
Yeah.
Especially with no Marlon being there too.
I'm looking. For this game, so if we want to talk about the things that we're looking forward to, I'm looking forward to seeing Zay. I really want to see Zay Flowers.
I do too.
What that looks like with Lamar.
How many targets getting?
I'm excited for Zay Flowers this year. I really am. Anybody else want to say anything of note? Cool. Let's go to the AFC North. Sorry, I had to think about that real quick. AFC North, Bengals,
I thought you were going
Browns.
No.
Browns.
You're on Browns.
Browns.
Wow.
I'm also going Browns.
Wow.
Here we go. And we're off.
I'm riding with Burrow's on the field. 9 is back. I'm going.
The only reason why I go with the Browns is because the Bengals always start off slow since Burrow's been the quarterback.
That's fair.
And the Browns have had the Bengals number.
That's fair.
Plus, with Burrow coming off of this injury,
And I will
even
say,
though he'll be playing, I'm gonna go Browns.
and I'll say this too: it's Bengals at Browns.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I put that in there for this. Bengals at Browns. So you got the Bengals getting away.
Yes.
Winning on the road.
Starting off 1-0. Yep.
So
I want to see what the back half of their defense.
I quick question for you on that. Do you have the Bengals sweeping the Browns?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Wanted to know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you the lone wolf here. I'm gonna say Deshaun Watson shows us he back.
That's gonna be crazy.
All right. Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm making a bold prediction. Deshaun Watson shows he's back. Stop playing with me.
Over under 300 yards passing for Deshaun.
Under.
Over.
I say over too.
Under. Because
Wow.
Nick Chubb about to get.
No.
held.
I'm saying over because Nick Chubb no longer has Kareem, and I think they're gonna.
He's a workhorse.
He is a workhorse, but I do think that they're gonna try and take some load off him because there is no Kareem. So I think they're gonna run the ball a little less, and I also think they're gonna try and take advantage of the fact that they got new safeties over here for the Bengals, and I think over 300.
Okay.
I think watch your boy Elijah. I think a big play is
All right.
in his future.
Let's go to the
Little screen pass take to the
battle in the South.
Yeah.
Battle in the South. Jags, Colts.
That ain't no battle.
Hey, Jags.
What are we talking
that's
about?
Not
My bad. I'm trying to
You
hype
trying
it
to
up.
hype it
Trying
up?
to hype it up.
Hey,
You know, Richardson's getting his first start.
Yeah, it's
Stop
about to
it.
be a bad
It's about to
start.
be nasty.
Okay.
All right.
He about to throw 2 interceptions. So
By halftime.
I think it'll be closer than y'all think.
What?
It'll be closer than y'all think. I think it'll be more of like a pull away in the second half.
it's one of those things where it's like, what weapons?
No.
He has none.
I think it'll be
It's-
like
it's-
17-14 in the
It's
first
a
half.
pull away the
And then
moments
a
the
pull
Jags get off the bus. It's a
I'm
pull
taking
away.
Colts.
Cool.
Okay. Hey, I can't argue with that one. That's just.
You know we live, right?
I'm taking Colts. I'll explain why. Explain exactly why. I don't have no reason. But I know there's always upsets in week 1. And I got to try and find them. So I'm taking Colts.
But you already,
I have no rhyme or reason. I just know there's upsets.
It'd be like that.
he already chose Browns over Bengals. That's an upset already.
I don't think that's an upset.
I don't think that's
an upset. I think that's a competitive AFC
You also
South
picked
game.
the Lions over the Chiefs.
Like if the Steelers
But
beat
I don't think
anybody
that's
in
an
the division,
upset
I don't think
without
that's an
Kelsey.
upset either.
I don't think that's an upset without Kelsey. I don't think that's an upset without Kelsey.
All right. Okay.
Because I already had it being a competitive game.
More
Did we
reaching.
not have it as a competitive game?
He's reaching.
Yeah, he reaching.
I think that there's always a big upset every week. Those aren't big upsets to me. Those are just
Okay.
those competitive good games.
All right.
I mean,
They're
now
still a
they're
better team.
They're big talking points, but like what I'm saying is the Colts have no business winning this game. Like that's what I'm saying as an
That's
upset.
fair.
I don't think that the Lions have no business winning that game if Kelsey's not playing.
Alec
I don't think
Pierce
the
is their
Browns
number
don't have
2.
any business.
They
They
winning.
did say Josh
That's
Downs
just
had a good little
your
camp.
disdain against the Chiefs. That's what it is.
No.
This is-
I'm trying to
All
show
right,
the
hey,
Lions
hey,
a
but we
little
can move
appreciation.
on.
Okay. Let's just.
Let's.
That's crazy.
Like I said,
in there
if I'm
You wild for that.
wrong, like I said, I don't have any reason. I have no actual
It's
argument. I'm just sitting here saying I'm just trying to find the upset.
Trust it. You good?
Okay.
You gotta explain
I'm
I'm
yourself.
just trying to find them.
I mean, explanation would be nice, but
I don't have one. That's
That would be nice.
Let's go. Vikings, Bucks at Vikings.
I'm going
Vikings.
with the Bucks here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it the
Is,
Cordell
is
logic?
this your upset? Is it an upset?
I don't think it's an upset to me.
Okay, okay.
I mean,
Vikings. I'm taking Vikings.
Don't trust Baker.
Don't trust Baker at all.
Nope. Because they have no
I
run
gotta
game, so
see
they
it.
have to use him.
Mm-hmm.
I just know Rashad Wright got 2 A's in his, 3 A's in his name. 2 of them back to back. That's all I got about him.
All right. So, Saints, Titans. Titans at Saints.
Saints.
I got the Titans.
Titans have no secondary. They're about to get
they
flamed.
don't. They really don't.
That's a fair point.
They really
That's
don't.
that's the one problem. They don't got no
They
secondary.
really don't.
That's a fair point. I'm thinking this is one of them Mike Vrabel slow the game down.
I'm
feed your big boy.
gonna take the
Give it to
Saints
D
here,
Hop.
but I think they.
You know, you just let you know you don't have to type none of this up.
It's too late. It's
Okay.
typed up.
If
No.
you already know it's
No.
gonna be in our pick'ems,
No,
just
it's,
let the
it's
fans
yeah.
know.
You better pick the Colts and you'll pick
I'm
them
gonna pick the Colts in my
because
pick'em.
it's written down. I'm writing this down. You picked the Colts over the Jags in week 1. I'm writing this
You
down.
can do what you want to because your money on the line in the pick'ems. So just think about your bread.
Right. Yeah.
Forget the tape. You could be
Go
alive
ahead.
for your
Go
bread.
ahead,
It
set
happens.
yourself back in week 1. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, I catch back up.
Go ahead.
Ain't nothing.
Alright.
It's a long
So
season.
sorry, Titans at Saints.
I'm going with the Saints. I do think the Titans give them a game though, for sure. At least offensively, I think they put up some points on that defense.
I'm sorry, you said Saints?
I'm picking the Saints. Yeah.
Okay.
I got the Titans.
Titans. Saints. I'm gonna go Titans. Off of familiarity, I think that Derek Carr gonna need a little bit of time. I think.
Oh no, not Derek Carr.
Week 1 gonna be a little rusty for them.
Y'all don't trust him against that secondary?
Against who?
Y'all don't trust Derek Carr against that secondary?
I'm taking the cohesiveness of the Titans. They're used to playing with each other. They know their system. They know how to do things. That's where I'm going.
Okay. Alright.
All right, 49ers and Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Steel curtain, baby. Pulling off the dub. At Pittsburgh? Oh,
If Bosa was not on the field, it smelled like an upset. But now that Bosa's back, I'm rolling with the Niners.
I'm also rolling with the Niners.
You're also rolling the Niners.
I want to pick the Steelers. I really do.
I'm saying T.J. Watt getting after.
That's not. Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm saying
he's still gonna get after.
That defense is different with him on the field.
I'm right here. We both right here.
We still got to see what the Steelers line look like.
Here's a good over under 24 combined points in this game.
Over.
Over?
Mm-hmm.
Not by much. I think
I don't think it's gonna be that defensive of a game.
I think it's gonna be over though.
Because they both have offensive weapons.
I would not be surprised if this is like a
10-13.
Yeah, 13-10 game, something like that.
No, I think it's more gonna be like 24-20, to be honest.
I was thinking sorry. I was thinking something more like 17-21.
Okay.
So Steelers, right?
Steelers.
All
and
right.
then the whole world will blow up and they will start talking. Did they make a mistake with Brock Purdy?
Oh, it's gonna be so annoying.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Annoying.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Cardinals, Commanders. Cardinals at Commanders.
Not even a game.
Don't even side, bro.
Not that Josh Dobbs is starting now.
You don't.
Hey, but whatever you pick, put it in
Queens got places to be, bro.
Put it in your pick 'em. Go ahead and do it.
Check it off.
I'm kidding.
All right, so you're taking. So that's a clean sweep.
Clean sweep. All right.
Clean sweep. All right. This game's interesting. This next one's interesting. Packers at Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to me.
You know what, man?
I'm gonna go Packers until Justin Fields proves otherwise.
You're saying until Justin Fields proves otherwise, like Jordan Love ain't got to prove.
But the talent on the defense of the Packers, I think, could win in the game, especially since the Packers have owned the Bears, even though it was with Aaron Rodgers.
That was with Aaron Rodgers.
But that's the thing, the Bears haven't done anything on offense against the Packers. So I just have to assume that until they prove otherwise, I'm going to go with the Packers.
DJ was a great pickup.
Yeah.
You still look at the rest of their offense. It's still not scary.
Who's?
The Bears.
I mean, Claypool, plays well, but
no.
We've been waiting for that.
I'm relying.
No, but just as a.
But you're right. He's still young.
I'll rely on Mooney more than Claypool at this point. To be honest with you, Mooney and commit.
I mean, but they got all three.
So I'm rolling with the Bears.
Bears. He said Packers.
I also got Packers.
Mm-hmm. Ah, man. I think you're gonna be the lone wolf on this one, Birdie. Again. So I'm taking Bears.
But actually, you know what?
Packers.
As a caveat, though, I will say that if the Packers, if Watson and Dobbs don't play, I might be.
Well, that changes everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything changes. If that happens, then all bets are off.
That changes everything.
So get that booked. If they are not playing,
If they don't have
It's
Christian
Bears.
Watson, I'm going Bears. Romeo plays.
Yeah, that one.
Cool.
Because I think that
I
Watson's
say
gonna have
both.
a day.
Both.
No.
I say both. But.
Well, if both, it's obvious.
Not to
But
be
I'll
disrespectful
still
to Romeo.
roll if Christian Watson. Like
He
what
be
I'm
dropping
saying.
the ball.
What I'm saying is if Watson doesn't play but Dobbs plays, I'm off. But if Dobbs doesn't play and Watson plays, I'll still stick with the Packers.
I agree.
Okay.
If both of them don't play, clearly
Yeah,
it's a wash.
all right.
All right. Jimmy G gets his start against my man Russ.
That's your man?
No, but
Did you pick the Broncos to go to the playoffs?
I did.
Oh, that is your man.
So Raiders at Broncos. I'm gonna say that Russ shows y'all with Sean Payton, stop playing with me. We coming. We coming, as Prime would say. We coming.
I hate this matchup so much.
I do
I'm
too.
only going with the Broncos.
I do too.
Because they're the home team, and the defense I think will stop the Raiders enough for the Broncos to win. It'll be a defensive game, but I think the Broncos pull out because they're at home, and I think both of those teams are splitting. So I'm going Broncos.
Dang. All right, you go ahead, because he couldn't need a minute, and you seem like you ready. God, these
Broncos.
There we go.
Man,
Broncos.
this ain't life or death.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I'm trying to figure out how many mistakes is Russ gonna make. That was the question I'm trying to figure out in my head. I feel like if he just is cool, average, they should win this game. If he's bad, they gonna lose, as they will.
I
most
do
games.
want to point this out that the Raiders did beat Denver in Denver last year in overtime on a Devontae Adams game-winning touchdown catch. Do want to put that out there.
What that got to mean now?
Stephon Diggs went number 2 in this draft. Go ahead.
I'm picking the Raiders.
All right.
Okay, you lone wolfing it. I tell you,
picking
if his picks are right, he gonna lead
Oh,
the pick
yeah, he gonna
lead the
Picking the
pickups.
Raiders.
But if his picks are wrong,
Oh, yeah.
boy, you gonna find yourself way down there.
You pick the Colts, okay?
Yeah.
That's gonna set you back.
That's my
2
one
games.
risk. That's my one risk.
You pick the Lions too.
Nah, it's not a risk if Kelsey not playing.
All right, 15 on the field, bruh.
All right.
Is it Eagles Patriots time?
No.
Nah.
We going a
Oh,
battle of the.
oh no, your favorite quarterbacks?
Oh yeah.
You know, draft.
Oh yeah. Chargers at Dolphins. Let's talk about it. No, sorry, my fault. Dolphins at Chargers. Dolphins at Chargers. Let's talk about
I think
it.
revenge game for the Dolphins. They pull out.
All right. No reason. Just
Revenge game. I just feel like they've had it on their minds. They want to win it.
I'm rolling with the Dolphins here too.
And it's
man.
an indoor game.
I think they get off to. I think they get off to a hot start. First team to 31 wins, for sure.
okay.
First team to 31. I think both are definitely going to put up 30.
I hate that I just want to be different and pick the Chargers, but I don't know what the Kellen Moore, Justin Herbert experiment gonna look like. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
You know, Cordell's going Chargers.
Damn right, I'm going
Hey,
Chargers.
look, he's not a tour
I'm
believer.
sitting here like, boy, listen, and I don't think that the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins are putting up 30. I think the Dolphins will probably
All
get.
right.
I think the Dolphins will probably get into the 20s. I don't
All
think they're putting up 30. I think the team who puts up 30 wins, and I think the Chargers are going to win.
Okay. All right,
That's-
not
that's-
mad at it. It's a toss-up game. So
I got the Chargers.
It definitely is.
yeah, like
All right, so what?
it could be the difference between the tiebreaker and the AFC.
Well, E2 was saying, Eagles Patriots. I think that's a clean sweep here.
Eagles, yep.
Yup.
Eagles, but I do think the Patriots give them a little test.
Bill Belichick always got his defenses ready.
I do think he gives them a little test.
I think the Eagles go off to get off to a slow start in the game and then pick it up in the second half. If I have to break
But
it
the
down.
only way the Patriots win that game is if the running game just goes crazy. Because passing wise, they have no pass protection.
All right, so Rams at Seahawks.
Come on, man.
Seahawks.
Come on, man. No Cooper Cup.
He gotta ask the question. What you?
Come on.
I asked the question with all the other games. I can't ask the question with this game.
You going with the Rams with this one?
No.
Mr. Colts?
Don't Seahawks. Remember, I got the Seahawks winning this division. They can't get
I
off
got
to a
the
slow
Seahawks.
start.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
they
the
can't
Jags
win.
winning the division too.
Yeah, but you can afford it. You can't afford it in the NFC West. It's a different competition.
This
So-
this is going to be a felony. What Seattle's going to do to them? It's going to be ugly.
Wow.
That's aggressive.
It's going to be nasty.
All right, last game. No, I'm sorry. We have 2 games left. Sunday night football. Cowboys at Giants.
Cowboys.
I am taking the G-men with this one.
Okay.
They start the season off 1-0, man.
Okay. Taking the G-man.
I really want to be a hater. Because remember, despite what my division pick said,
Dear Jesus. But you don't like either of these teams, so just.
I really don't. I hate both of them so much.
Okay, so
all right, Cowboys
pick a
gonna win.
team.
Cowboys gonna win.
Who's the better team?
Why is it 90 seconds per pick, yo?
Cowboys.
Damn, Saquon went.
I'm taking Cowboys.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Monday
Well,
Night Football.
Oh, this the game we've been waiting for.
Man.
Aaron Rodgers in green and white.
Look,
Apparently, the AFC East crowned him already.
and that's the end of the show.
Boy.
BS.
Because actually, no, that's it. Because now I just thought about it. We're going live Monday, right before this game, for our audience.
Oh,
we'll
you're
make
right.
that pick.
yeah.
We'll make that pick on Monday.
Oh, so you really think you the man, huh? Teasing stuff for the next show. Look at you.
Next show. Gonna go live for the first time.
Oh, it's my pick.
You can find us live on YouTube and Twitch.
This is a great time.
So tune in. We will go live starting at 7 o'clock Monday night,
really do.
all the way up until game
Kickoff.
time at 8:15 on ESPN.
Ew, should I draft
So-
Tony Pollard?
That, unless anybody's got any final words for
Nah,
the
we
actual-
good.
Just want to give a shout out to Black Jesus.
Dear
Bijan Robinson
Lord,
himself.
You know what it is.
Offensive Rookie of the Year on the way. We coming, baby. Let's do
All
it.
right.
it's gonna be a great
Derrick Henry or Nick Chubb?
man. We trying to sign off here.
Oh, my fault. You're right.
Let's go.
Golly.
Let's
All right. So, do you have any final words?
go Durs.
You got anything?
Hey,
That's
we
it.
good. We good over here.
All right. So we Gucci over here. Them.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on.
So, all right. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back, like I said, Monday night live, YouTube, Twitch. We'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm Cordell.
Marcus.
E-Rob.
I like the bass you put in your voice. I'm the man. Stop playing with me.
You the who?
I'm the man. Stop playing with me.
All right. So,
Big dog. You know what I'm saying?
all right. So,
That's it.
thank you guys for watching. Until next time, peace.
Deuce.
All right, let me get the fuck out of here. I'm put that. in the
Make sure you
box.
edit that part out.
Nah, that's just.
All right. That was an hour and like 5 minutes right there.
Yeah.
I was able to
Garrett will